Hello everyone, so coming up this week we have more work on the outdoor kitchen sink. We go and take a look at the Volta, which is the Portuguese Tour of Portugal bike race, professional bike race. It's awesome. And we pick up loads of this granite for another little project that I need to do to stop me getting bored. And we also take you up into our beautiful village of Alpedrinha to help celebrate the local group, the Zabumbas. It's their 20th anniversary, so we're going to show you some of that as well. And we finish off a little bit more block work for our friends Dave and Julie. So as you can see, like I said, I've moved the wall to here to give some support under here. Yeah. So in this episode I'm going to render this, and then we're going to stick a nice tile pattern in the middle here. I'm also going to replace this leg, which is holding up this piece of granite. Basically, I'm going to replace that with a piece of eucalyptus, like I said I would, and then we're going to attempt to find some plumbing fittings to fit to here. So let's get on with it. So first off, I think we're going to measure this, and I'm going to see what it looks like. We'll cut it 874. I don't know whether to put it under here and here and cut the corner, or whether just to have it under here. I'll consult with the boss. There, I think. So I need. So what I want to do is have the edge of this sat so it's inside of here. So if I measure to the back of there to the front, it's 60 mil. So I need this. Let's say. So I need a shape of the corner of this sink like that. Yeah, so this bit needs to be 60 mil, so I need to cut that and that. So I'll just have this front edge will be sat just here. So the exact point of this worktop there will be sitting there like that. So I'll have all this supporting there, and when I cut the bottom of this, that will be supporting under there, hopefully. So I've got this piece in here at an angle just to wedge it all up a bit. I've got some support underneath here as well. I've cut my angle on cut the piece out to accommodate the corner of the sink. Let's see if it fits. in there. So it's touching under here, it's touching under here. There is a little gap there, but I'll fill that in. Well, there we go. So there we go, that's the post fitted. I have forgot to sand it off, but now it's fitted. I'm going to sand it in situ. And I've also found stuff we had lying around. It's this tap. I have all the bits for it, but there's no washers and there's no fittings, and I'm going to have to drill 2 new holes in, you know, for the tap. It's going to sit there. So I'll have to go off and get some bits to make all this fit. Okay, so I've been shopping and got this, which is really cheap. 18 euros, I think. And virtually, by the time I would have had to buy all the bits to make this work, I spent another 5 euros for a new tap. So that's the way it went. So plumbing, simple stuff. I got this. I have a chrome bottle trap somewhere, don't know where, so I've just bought this for 2 euros to make do. Anyway, what I like to do when assembling all plumbing stuff is to put a little seal around all of it. So what I'll do, just not very much, just a little, I'll drop that there. Like so. And when you're messing about with mastic or silicone or anything like that, always have some wipes on hand, because they're really easy for cleaning up and keeping stuff clean. And we found throughout the years, baby wipes are just as good. I don't know if they do any harm to the babies, but they work really well. So we'll put a little piece around here as well. And we'll pop that into the hole, like so. And then we'll do the same on this side. I'll stick that to there, and I'll put a seal on there, and we'll screw that up from underneath. So there we go, plug hole fitted to the waist. And all I've done at the moment, like I said, I've just used a flexi pipe, and I flanged this out myself, which I forgot to film. So and that goes into one in the floor, yeah. So what I'll do now is I'll film how to make a homemade socket joint for your grey plastic pipe, if it's PVC. So basically what I do is take the piece you want to make a socket on, and a blowtorch. Turn it down so it's not quite so savage, and then just keep turning this, keep heating as you go. You can tell when it's soft enough. There we go, it's soft. Bear in mind that's a very hot blowtorch. And then get a piece of pipe with a tapered end on it. You can do this with a file or whatever, and then just make your tapered end fit in there. And there you have a socket. It's very hot, as deep as you want really, but that, you know, 50 mils enough. And what you can do is run this under cold water, and then it becomes, you can take it on and off, it sets its size, yeah, or we can leave it in there. There, socket. Not terribly good seal, I wouldn't guarantee the seal because there's no rubber, but it's for a downhill pipe, something like that, it's fairly good. There we go. So now I'm just going to fit the tap, which is a really simple case of just putting it through the hole and screwing this on underneath with the washer on it. So just that, and then I'll have to get underneath to try and reach up there, which I can't. So there we go, now all fitted and working. Okay, so that's that little job done now. Drainage is in, taps fitted, and plumbing's done behind, and I put a stop valve in as well. So that's all working, and obviously the leg are there. Just to show you some of the tools needed to do a tiny little job like that. Yeah. So we got SDS drill, skill saw to cut the timber, and various mastic, blowtorch to make the joints and stuff, and spanners and things, and a whole box of plumbing bits, etc. Which is why it's always a good thing if you have a little plumbing job, get a plumber to do it, because he'll have all this stuff and the little box of all the bits you need, and if it's a piece missing, he'll usually have a spare piece in the van. So there you go. Okay, you caught me.
I was just about to say, what are you doing in the corner of my kitchen?
So I'm making pasties because it's my birthday tomorrow, and we're going on a special trip with Ewan and Carissa to see something you'll have to tune into later. It's awesome. But what I'm going to do, we're making pasties for a picnic. Yeah. So I've got obviously the main ingredients. We have skirt beef, salt, pepper, swede, onion, potatoes. That's it. Yeah, and obviously lots of butter. If you want me to do the full recipe on pasties, let me know in the comments. But for a minute I'm going to crack on and get these done without filming it. So
I was just going to say, maybe you should have had an apron on. Look. Maybe
an apron would have been a good thing. So 4 pasties done, 1 cheese and onion. I had to do a couple repairs with the pastry because it's olive oil pastry. Chris is having a vegetarian pasty, which is cheese and onion. Yeah, all the rest have got skirt. Anyway, if you want to know the recipe, you want to see me do this properly, let me know in the comments. And I'm saving a little bit of pastry and 1 whole thing for a super large one.
I would actually just like to point out that whilst, yes, oh look, this is our tea. Whilst Nick is here busy slaving away in the kitchen making his own birthday pasties,
yeah,
I will be making a sticky toffee pudding for him tomorrow. That's why we have some dates. So it's a recipe we have already shown before, and I'm just filming my future old husband.
55
I know, tomorrow. So yes, he's not just cooking for himself, he does have a treat lined up, which was a request by himself, so he's not that hard done by, guys, alright?
Yeah. No, you're not. Right, get this in the oven. So we're waiting for the bicycles to come for the...
You smashed through yours in like 20 minutes, to be fair.
Probably, I mean, I
the
can
bike
eat...
race, and we're all stuffing into pasties. Which
Mine's got a C on it.
Yours is broken.
C for Carissa. It's actually for cheese, but...
So I'm sorry about the wind. I'm helping Ange feed the animals this morning and noticed a wet patch around the stopcock outside. So I dug down and look what I found. I turn this on. This is our mains water coming in. Oh dear, looks like a split on the joint. So quick repair on that, I think. So there we go, all repaired, and I let it drain out and dry out so I can see if there's any more leaks, which there don't appear to be. Yeah. So yeah, watch out for wet patches, guys. So the lady we bought the granite sink from said we could buy this off her as well at a really cheap price. So we bought all these bits of granite, which she's used for walkways and paths and stuff. Which Ange, in her infinite wisdom, has said we could do the same. So we're here today in 36 degrees, picking up lots of wheelbarrows and put them in the van. So yes, we've bought at a really good price off Facebook Marketplace lots of this stuff. You can see Ange will stand beside it, give you some scale. There, and we have one pile here, we have another pile here, we have another pile over there. So what are we going to do with this, Ange?
It's going to be laid. I don't know what we're doing.
So in an effort to clear up all this mess here, a lot of the stuff's been moved around because we're building the barn. So we're going to pave with the granite all this area in like a crazy paving style. So we've got that coming up probably in the next couple of weeks. We're going to make a start. I don't know.
There's a lot to do before that,
yes.
Darling.
we are back at Dave and Julie's and just finishing the bits around the beam on this side and obviously the beam on the other side. I'll just turn around and show you. Yeah, a couple of rows put in there all the way up to the ceiling on both sides. The concrete shutters are stripped off the concrete there, and the same on the other side, and we filled in with the blocks. So there we go. Just now the stairs, I'm going to go spiral stairs in this corner, so 3 of these beams are going to have to come out, or 2 of them, so when they're finished building they can come up here somewhere. Cool. So that's all from us this week. What are you doing there?
Separating out lettuce seeds.
Wow.
I know. Because we
look how small they are.
they're very, no, you little. Because we had some really nice, the red, ruffly lettuce. Well, I let a couple go to seed, and I'm just, like I say, it's
interesting work. Anyway, on that note, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for ringing that
little notification bell. Ding ding.
And we'll see you in the next episode on Friday. Bye.
Bye. They are very small.